Good morning. This is Betty, Fancy Grandma. If you like my videos, please subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified every time I make a new one. Today I'm going to show you something different. I'm not going to be cooking. I'm going to show you an easy mask that will stay up on your nose. Here's some I've already made. Now this is the kind I wear everywhere I go. You just take it, stick your nose in it, pull that down with your chin. You put that as low as you want it. It never, ever falls off your nose. Never. It stays there all day long. It stays on your nose. I don't like these that falls down all the time. You have to keep it pushing. Anyway, I like these. But anyway, this is one that I made before. I wear all the time. You can wash them. They're washable. Here's another one I made for Christmas. Made the very same way. You stick your nose in that little place there. Pull this over your chin. Put it down as far as you want it on your nose. You're ready to go. Anyway, this is what I'm going to show you how to make. It's so simple. First of all, I've got a piece of material. Now, if it's for a bigger person, you'd probably have to use a bigger piece of material. But this is my size. So if you're about my size, this is what we're going to do. It's going to be 12 inches tall and 10.5 inches wide. That's all I need, a little square piece of material I cut. And this is some scraps I use. I always have scraps left. Well, I've had these for years in my material box. It's Christmas scraps. I made Christmas socks out of for the kids one year. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to fold this in half. It's going to be, this is 12 inches right here. We're folding it right in half. Like that. Okay, we're going to take, now this is wire that I got off of my coffee bean bag. I always save everything. Well, that came in handy. Anyway, here's one I've cut in two. You can use a half of one. You can use a whole one. You don't have that, you can use trash bag ties. But if I use trash bag ties, I would use two of them together. Or you can use this wire. It's garden wire, I suppose, or any kind of wire. You can use that. Just cut you off a little piece of that. But anyway, that's what we're going to put in the nose of it. I'm going to go ahead and show you how you do it. You make sure you got this folded right in half. We're going to take our ties, whichever one we use. We're going to make sure it's right in the middle. And I know where the middle of that because I folded it this way and pressed it. So anyway, this is going to go right in the middle of my piece of material. I'm going to put it right there. Press that down on it. Get these sides even. I'm going to take a pin, or a straight pin if I get one out of here. I'm going to take a straight pin and put kind of here so it'll hold it up until I get it sewed. Here's one I've already got pinned. You can see the pins where I put the pins in it. See the pins? And as I sew it, I'll start down here at the bottom and I'll sew cross and I come back across here, across there, and across here. But as I go, I take the pins out. That way you don't never sew over your pins and break your needle. So as you go along, just take them pins out as you go and sew it. Anyway, that's the next step. And this is the one I've already got the thing sewed in. See what it looks like? It's sewed right there in the middle of it. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this right side, my wrong side out so I can sew it together. Get these corners even. Just take your straight pin and stick in those corners. Get them even. Anyway, we're going to make that even until when we sew it. Then is what we're going to do. We're going to start at this one side. We're going to pull this up even. I can pull that out so it won't be folded no more. Just like that. You have to, you can pin it. Then we're going to sew all along. We're going to sew all along these sides, clear over to about here because we need an opening to turn it right side out. Anyway, here's one I've already got sewed. See, I sewed it all the way around. All it is looks like that. Anyway, we're going to turn it right side out where that little hole I left was. And you know, the best thing to turn it right side out was this little dowel. These little dowels is perfect for turning this right side out, but you just kind of poke it in there like that and get it started. Get your little dowel, stick in there. Press the corners out really good. There's one corner. Press the other corner out. Press the other corner out. Then I've got this little opening right here. So what we're going to do, get that smoothed out, we're going to take this little opening and just turn the edges in, like that. Put a little pin in it. Take it to the machine and sew that up. When you get through, you're going to have a little square. It's going to look, well, this was what this looked like when I first started. But here's your nose piece right up here. There's your nose thing. Wire. Anyway, that's what this looked like. Anyway, then when you get through, you're going to take this. After you sew that, you're going to take your top, or the bottom, and I turn it up almost an inch, probably an inch and a half. Just turned up like that, both ends. Put your pins in it to hold it together. Then we're going to turn this top, we're going to go ahead and turn both sides down. Put your pins in it. Make sure these ends is even here. Then we're going to turn the nose piece down a little bit over the top of this one, just a wee bit. Just like that. It's going to look kind of weird, but when you get through, it'll be perfect. Anyway, it's going to look like that when I get through. And then you take your elastic. I couldn't find no white. I had to use brown. But anyway, just take your elastic and stick in that little place there and sew it. And when you sew that, make sure you sew it back and forth a little bit on there. And then when you come to the other end, you're going to stick this piece in this one. Just like that. And sew it back and forth. It'll look like this when you get through. I've got my elastic sewed in there. And when I get through, I'm going to do this end the same way. It'll be sewed exactly like that end. Just sew that down. Take your elastic and put it in there just like I did this end. And that's what it's going to look like. Then, when you get through, we're going to take it, find the middle where your chin, the bottom of your chin is. We're going to make sure we find the middle of that. And we're going to take a little tiny tuck. See where I sewed that in? Just a little teeny tiny tuck right there. Just sew it so it'll hold your chin in. And then when you get through, put it on. You're raring to go. There. It won't come off. It's perfect. And it's beautiful. And easy to make. So make some so your nose won't keep falling out. Okay, this is Fancy Grandma. Bye.